Hello and welcome to Fiona's Creative Canvas. I'm Fiona and today I'm going to do a bloom swipe. So I'm going to be using house paint for my base, and I've got these colours here that are leftovers. I've just added a bit of red in here to make a bit extra because I want a black base and I want kind of, I don't know if I'm going to get this, but I want kind of a lava kind of heat sort of fiery look underneath my swipe. I'll be using black swipe mix, and I'm going to use a technique I used last time I did a bloom swipe, where I put the paint onto here and then drag it on. So let's get started. Okay, so I've got my black British Paints Walls interior. This is a night sky colour, and that's been tinted at the hardware store. I have also added in a bit of Floetrol to this because it's been quite thick on a few of the bits that I've done, and it's been cracking when it dries, so I thought that I would try thinning it down a little bit with some Floetrol. There's some lumps in here, big lumps. Okay, just going to wipe a little bit of that on my corners. Okay, that's step one, and I'm hoping when I spin it out it'll cover all the edges there. Step two, now I want to lay a bunch of colours through the middle here. I've got my red here, which is a semi-transparent, so I'm a bit worried about it turning out too dark. So I've got a bit of white house paint here that I'm just going to put a little bit of that on here first, just so that I've got a bit of white underneath. Like that. And I'm going to pour my red on top. Dripping it already, and some orange, yellow, and I have actually got a couple of metallics here. This is like a peach. I'm not going to add a huge amount of this, and a pink. These are both Arteza colours. I think I've got so much paint on there it's running off the edges. Alright, I'm going to lay this down. Like that. I might actually just scrape that off. Is it too wide? Maybe too wide for my palette knife. Didn't think about that, did I? I think I might be alright, just. But I'm going to have to go pretty straight, which means if I want some movement, I'm going to have to tilt before I spin. I don't like the fact that I've got white here on that edge, so I'm going to put red over the top of it. like that. All right, my black swipe mix. I'm gonna pop a few of those bubbles. Put my black swipe mix on. Definitely want it all over this palette knife because we need the width. All right, and I'm going to swipe. Got some pink popping up through there. The black is quite thick there. Right, so if I want some flow here, I'm going to have to tilt a bit. Interesting. Now, as I'm looking at this, I'm trying to work out how much it's going to actually spin off. Because I kind of want that off. But I really love this pink in here. Alright, I think I'm going to try spinning it from there and get it all to widen out. This still needs covering. I'm just going to wet down that edge. Just helps it flow over. Ooh. All right, let's give it a spin. Quite like this here. I'd like to bring it out a bit more. Right, let's give it a spin. There is something in here. It's just a few little bits. There seem to be a lot of bits in this mix. I don't think it's from the Floetrol either that I added. It could be because I stirred it up a lot. There we go. I don't mind that. It's a bit different. I will bring you in for the wet look. Okay, here is the wet result. And there's some really pretty blends in here. This is a really bright red. And I've got the strippy yellow. I've got some peaches and pinks, and I like the actual light pink up here, which must have been partly the white underneath, perhaps. I don't know what's caused these massive cells. It's interesting. Maybe bubbles early on. They popped and yeah. So, like I said, only a couple of metallics in here. I don't know how much they're going to show up. This might have a bit of metallic in here, maybe. Or that could just be a blend of the orange. So I will bring you back when it's dry. Okay, here is the dry result. And it's dried really well. I'll just angle it a little bit. The lacing is really good. This bit here is where I pulled something out and it's kind of ruined that part there. So I think when I mixed the paint up, it must have loosened off some dried bits and I ended up with a lot of lumps. This pink is quite nice. I think that might have a bit of shine in it. And the black was quite dark, but as I stretched it, it, you know, spread out and expanded. It's still a bit thick here, but it's certainly a lot better than I expected when I first swiped it. I thought, ooh, there's a lot of black. Nice bit of yellow going through here. Might have been nice to have a bit of extra yellow around the place. Not sure if it's fiery, but it's a very unique piece. I quite like it. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I shall see you all in the next one. Bye.